Welcome to the dawn of a new digital frontier, the AI App Store, where machines don't just talk, they act. They plan your day, run your business, even spend your money. But as we hand over control to these digital agents, one question looms large. Are we building a smarter world or a more fragile one?
So, let's dive into the new AI App Store. We're talking about a world where AI isn't just for chatting anymore, it's for doing. Seriously. We're looking at powerful AI agents that can basically manage your life. But you have to wonder, is this all happening a little too fast?
Think about it. We're handing these AI agents the keys to our digital kingdom, our calendars, our documents, even our money. And yeah, the convenience is amazing, but it also opens up this whole new kind of vulnerability. So let's peel back the curtain and really understand the magic and the potential mayhem.
All right, to get a handle on this new App Store, we first have to look at the engine that's making it all possible, the large language model, the LLM.
Just look at this timeline. For decades, progress was kinda slow. Then bam, 2017 hits, the transformer architecture shows up, and everything changes. The pace since then has been just staggering. We've rocketed from AI that just understands language to what people are calling agentic AI. These are systems literally designed to take actions and get stuff done, all on their own. And this isn't some sci-fi dream. This tech is already woven into our lives. It's in your phone's assistant. It's helping developers write code with tools like GitHub Copilot, and it's even tutoring students through Conmigo. LLMs are quietly working in the background, making things happen.
Okay, so how does this stuff actually work? Let's take a peek inside that black box and look at the magic that lets these models sound so, well, human. It all starts with something called word embeddings. See, an LLM doesn't understand words the way we do. Instead, it turns every single word into a long list of numbers, a vector. And this vector is like a coordinate that maps out the word's meaning. So words like happy and joyful end up with very similar vectors, which is how the AI can grasp relationships purely through math. And this is where it gets totally mind-bending. Because words are now just math. You can do equations with them. You can take the vector for king, subtract the vector for man, and then add the vector for woman. And what do you get? A vector that is incredibly close to the one for queen. That's how an AI can understand abstract concepts. It's just vector math.
But knowing what words mean isn't enough, right? Context is everything. The real game changer was the transformer architecture. Its secret sauce? Something called an attention mechanism. You can think of it as the AI's ability to figure out which words in a sentence are the most important for getting the point. It learns where to pay attention, just like we do when we listen. From there, this basic transformer design got specialized. The original model had a part for understanding text, that's the encoder, and another part for generating text, the decoder. Pretty soon, models started specializing. GPT, for instance, became decoder only, which made it an absolute powerhouse for creating new text. And models like BERT went encoder only, making them masters of analyzing existing text.
So now we've got the foundation. Let's get back to what's being built on top of it. This is where we make the leap from models that just chat to agents that actually do things, creating this whole new app ecosystem.
And in this new world, two main flavors are popping up. First, you have apps in ChatGPT. Think of these like little interactive widgets, a map, a playlist builder that can just appear right in your chat. Then you've got custom GPTs from the GPT store, which are more like specialized AI personalities built for specific tasks. The key difference is that the apps can have a real user interface, while custom GPTs are all about the conversation.
And this isn't just theory. It's already here. You can literally tell Zillow, "Show me homes with a big backyard," in plain English. You can ask for a workout playlist, and Spotify builds it on the spot. And what's really wild is that a single AI agent can now be your travel agent, jumping between flight and hotel websites to plan your entire trip for you.
People are, understandably, really excited about this. Like this one Reddit user put it, "Damn, now this is how you leverage tools to make something great." It's a fundamental shift, right? We're going from just using software to actually delegating tasks to an assistant that can figure it out.
But all this power comes with a pretty big catch. When you connect all these powerful apps and let them access your data, you create a massive explosion of new risks. So let's flip the coin and look at what happens when these amazing new tools go wrong.
Regulators are already sounding the alarms. The
The European Data Protection Board is flagging all sorts of risks, from you accidentally sharing sensitive data to someone getting unauthorized access. But the really new and kind of scary danger in this app ecosystem is data leakage between services. Just imagine your AI agent learns about a health issue from one app and then accidentally blurts it out to a travel app without you even knowing.
And then there's a whole new type of hack called prompt injection. Imagine an attacker hides a malicious command inside a totally normal-looking email. When your AI agent reads that email to summarize it for you, that hidden command hijacks its brain and tells it to do something else entirely, like, say, send all your private files to the attacker. Yikes.
This stuff has researchers really worried. When you look at the academic papers, the #1 ethical concern is accountability. When an autonomous AI agent messes up big time, leaks your data, books the wrong $1,000 flight, who's on the hook? Is it you, the app developer, the AI company? The honest answer right now is nobody really knows.
Okay, so this brings us to the most important question of all. How do we fix this? How can we build an AI app store that's not just powerful, but also safe and something we can actually trust?
The core of the problem is actually in the architecture. Right now, a lot of these systems are running in what's called a shared execution space. It's like having all of your apps working in one big open plan office. They can all see each other's data, they can all listen in on each other's conversations, and that's what makes it so easy for one app to mess with another.
So, security researchers are proposing a fix, a new architecture they're calling Isolated GPT. And the idea is pretty simple, actually. Get rid of that open plan office. Instead, it uses a hub and spoke model. Every app gets its own private, isolated room, and a central hub acts as the only way in or out. Here's how it works. Your request goes to the central hub. The hub figures out which app you need and activates it in its own isolated spoke. Now here's the key part. If two apps need to work together, they can't just talk to each other directly. Nope. They have to go through the hub, which acts like a security guard, and it will not let any data pass between them unless you give your explicit permission.
And here's why that is a huge deal. On the left, that's the problem. In that shared system, if you mention a doctor's appointment and then ask your AI to book a flight, it might accidentally leak your private health data to the travel app. But on the right, that's the solution. In the isolated system, that connection is blocked by default. The travel app learns nothing about your health unless you look at a pop-up and say, yes, that's okay.
And that really brings us to the final critical question. The race is officially on. We are building these incredibly powerful autonomous AI agents that are going to manage more and more of our lives. The real question is, can we build the safety features, these fundamental guardrails like isolation, fast enough to keep up? Because the answer to that is going to define the entire next era of technology.
The race is on, not just to make AI more powerful, but to make it something we can actually trust. Because the next era of technology will be defined by how safe we make it.